Good evening, Bande Matram. So, on this glorious evening, of course, we are going to discuss a beautiful topic that is on wonderful relation. So, on this topic, we are going to, of course, modify our relationship. This topic, it is concentrated upon the divine relationship with human being. So, relations of the divine relation with the human beings. That is the topic of our relation discussion for now. Wonderful relations. So, we will develop relation, of course, in brief but in a very beautiful manner. We will to see how the relation is developing from one step to another step, how we are getting related in our ordinary life, also in spiritual life, wherever we are pursuing, whatever we are pursuing. So this relation first will try to quote, of course, from Aurobindo. He has got beautiful observations. We'll see. We'll take initially two lines, two messages. Still in the course, all relations with other must be the relation in the divine. That is specifically it is mentioned for the sadhakas who are pursuing this integral sadhana. So maybe it is meant for the people who are almost confined, almost staying in the ashramites. All relation with others must be relation in the divine. Again, all relations known to human personality are there in the soul's contact with the divine. We don't know. We have many our relations. Somewhere actually we have this ordinary life. We have got so many types of relation, like in family relation, father, mother, brother, sister, like this. Somewhere we have also been related to the others, like our nephews, our godfather, our brother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law, in many ways. And I mean, of course, we are also some relationship we find in the outward or external relationship. So with that only the ordinary life is confined almost. But here in the course, all lesson known to human personality, all lesson known to human personality are there in a soul's contact with the divine. Again, we'll try to go little bit into the ordinary human relationship as defined and described in many ways. We are related to our father, our mother, our brother, our sister, our friends. Of course, to some extent with the external world wherever we see and we find. There itself we see how this wonderful relationship, love, children, grandchildren, like this, many things. Now we'll try to go step by step, one by one. From mother, which is the first person to welcome you to this world. From her home, in her home we stayed. From her home we have come to her arms, her care, her pleasure, her everything, and exclusively we owe to a lot. And the love is your mother. It is the initial thing. She is the person who carries for you 9 months in the belly, 3 years in her arms, and forever in her heart. Unforgettable. Her love is unmatching, simply better, greater than the greatest. There is no comparison. Anyway, second comes the father. Out of the, we are going to right now discuss the seven wonders of life. Have these seven kinds of relationship with seven different persons in different arena. Of course, we are going to discuss. First one is mother, then second comes the father. Who is the first person to go through in this hardship, just to see you smile, just to find its siblings, its infants, its children smiling, taking all the hardship. Love your father, that is what the requirement. He has sacrificed so many things in life just to see you smiles in your face. Third, siblings, first person to teach you the art of sharing and caring. That is coming through sibling. Number one is a sister, the second best blessing after the mother. Then comes your brother, who will never say he loves you more than anyone else in this world. That is the brother. Again, number four, it is coming the friends. The first person to teach you how to respect people with different opinions and viewpoints. Many things we learn. Initially, mother and father, they are teaching. Then comes, of course, your teachers, your teaching or institutions, schools, college, everything. But actually, teach your friends. They play a major part. First person to teach you how to respect people with different opinions and viewpoints. Best friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but even if you don't see them, you know they are always there. Their presence is almost invisible. It is there. It is almost like the great sun and like this, the sun's presence. So, number five is love. The first person to make you realize that the value of sacrifice and compromise, and the first one for whom you have to fight the world and to be gathered. So, this love teaches many things. It brings care and anxieties. It takes care. It teaches the value of sacrifice and compromise. This is the thing we are going to learn from love. Anyway, this is the human love. We are actually almost confined to human love. That is a perversion of the direct perversion of the divine love. We will go little by little when we are going to discuss the relationship with the divine relationship. Then we will see children. The first person who teach you how to be selfish and think about others before yourself. There, when you are mixing with the children, you don't know. My money will be wasted. My property will be shared. My money, they are taking to going to disturb us. Nothing there. You are going to be selfless. That simply you are removing the. You are learning of the selfless, how to become selfless and think about others before yourself. Your grandchildren only that who creates, who make you want to live in life all of the over and again. Grandchildren at the age of the see, you will be in a position that age will be passing. There will be only cares, only you will find some anxieties will be coming, or bad thoughts will be coming. Many ways you will be getting upset. That time the only people, only thing, the only one who can lend you a smile, who can make you smile, that is your grandchildren. So you just imagine, family need not be perfect, it must be united. That's what is your vision. But now it is there, these criteria almost it is a lacking criteria and a lagging criteria because of this egoistic separation and all. Again we'll see what's here in the course on the relation. That's what we are going to find here. Now beautifully Sri Aurobindo of course defines and derives the relation. How he is quoting the relation, that what uh, we are going to see. All relation with must be the relation with the divine. Again we are going to quote mother initially, then we'll go for to know the divine blessing from Sri Aurobindo. Mother quotes relationship with the divine, that is playing relationship with the divine. Of course that is confined to a very limited people's thought, idea and pursuance, but it is there. All is relative except the supreme. Very initial term, mother course. All is relative except the supreme. Supreme is permanent. They all are relative. The supreme alone is the supreme alone is the absolute. Nobody can be absolute. The supreme alone can is absolute. But the supreme is the but the supreme is the center of our entire beings. And again, each being carries in itself the absolute. So everything is here, everything within us, everything centering, and we are cornering, and we are setting this absolute, this supreme, this permanence. Everything is here, and we have to see in our beings. After all, it is very simple. We can only become, and that what we are in the depths of our being. Very simple, mother course. After it is very simple. We have only to become what we are in the depths of our being. So none can say the divine, I have known thee. Very difficult because divine, unknown, unseen, intangible, infinity, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, like this, because we have never tried even to touch him. Or if some people have tried, they have done the half-hearted attempts. If part is seen, they have taken it for the whole. And mother course, none can say to the divine, I have known thee. And yet, all carry in himself, in him, carries him in themselves. That is the paradox. In him he is, but actually unable to know or gather the knowledge that I know thee. This confidence is not there. In the silence of their soul, can hear the echo of the divine voice. That is what can be known only in the not in the silence of the mind, but in the silence of the soul. You can be able to know the voice because He is well within you. Till the term is used, nobody can claim, I have known thee. As per the we progress and purify ourselves. Two things are there. As we progress and purify ourselves in the of our egoism, our friendship with the divine becomes more and more clear and conscious. So two things are needed. We have to progress. As we progress, as per our progress, and purification of ourselves of our egoism. Our egoism, as much as it is purified, then one can claim the friendship with the divine has become more and more clear and consciousness. Again, closeness to the divine will always grow with the growth of the consciousness, equanimity, and the love. Three things are required from us. When this is the growth of consciousness, equanimity, and the love. With these three concepts, closeness with the divine become feasible, possible, and becomes very much clear. Grows. I give one to give oneself to the divine, number one, to receive and to be the divine, third, to transmit and spread forth the divine, number three. These are the three simultaneous movements which constitute our total relation with the divine. What is our human relation with the divine? Like this, suppose that a Sandhi is there, we have given our daughter to somebody's son as a marriage, or we have accepted some lady for our son or a grandson, something like. So this relation is there, and we keep observing this relationship till the end. But thing is that we are forgetting there is a greater sort of relationship than this relationship, this ordinary material relationship, that is the relationship with the divine. So in the ordinary relationship, we are going, and sometimes we are meeting, functioning, and we keep exchanging our views. So it is there like this. The divine, to grow the ultimate relationship with the divine, it is there. Three steps are needed. Number one, to give oneself to the divine, number one, to receive and to be the divine, number two, to transmit and spread forth the divine. These three are the simultaneous movements with which constitute our total relationship with the divine. Again, we are going to know really the divine, and we'll see human and divine. Sri Aurobindo, of course, initially quote, man loves the God, but no, can't love the humanity. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes, questions, then with whom he is in love, then what is the relation? Because man is God is in every heart, everybody. He is the center of our being. Here lies the absolute, but actually excluding everything, ignoring everything, he is going to love them of the divine. Then must be in the course with whom he is in love, then the divine has to veil himself in order to meet the human. That is what the great divine sacrifice. Again, Sri Aurobindo quotes, we know the divine and become the divine. How? What is the condition? Because we are that already in our secret nature. In the divine, if the divine were not in you, you would never know the divine. That is because it is there. It is there that Muga, Kasturi Muga, we know. The fragrance is coming, but unable to see. Like this, that is the criteria, that is what happening in us. Again, we'll see God and man. God leads man while he is misleading himself. Man becomes God, and all human activity research is highest and noblest when it succeeds in bringing body, heart, and mind into touch of the spirit. When this is coming in touch, this transformation, this change, the process of change is really happening. If we would understand God, we must renounce our egoistic and ignorant human standards, because our lacuna, our problem is that we are unable to know God, understand God, and to manifest and become. That is the coming latter stage of period. It is not at all coming when we succeed in bringing body, heart, and mind in touch of the spirit. And it is, if we would understand God, we must renounce the egoistic and ignorant human standards, or else ennoble or universalize them. That is the criteria what we really see. Against here in the courts, don't lie in the defects of others, mind yours.